What's up? What's happening? I'm back in this thing. It's K.A. I'm back in this thing. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. All the socials in the description below. Hopefully they pop up on screen. Yo, I've been lazy. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm tired. Anyway, the Umbrella Academy. Let's get into it real quick. Now, it's a superhero show. It's based off a comic book. If you haven't watched season 1, this is for season 2. I'm doing like a review of just me and my raw thoughts. I ain't like the biggest review channels. I'm just here to talk my nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, if you haven't watched season 1, I ain't trying to spoil it to you, but I'm gonna give you a little recap. So basically, all these people, there's like 7 of them or 8, I guess, and they all have powers. No, 7. What? Okay, we're gonna get to second season 2, but like, yeah. So there's 7 of them. One of the brothers passed away. We hear about him briefly, but the main ones we focus on is 1 through 7. One of the brothers that died was number 6. His name was Ben. I don't know if he had a nickname or whatever, but he was gone. So basically, what had happened was is everybody chilling, and we learn in season 1 we learn about all of them. So basically, number 5, he could travel through time and space. We don't even know if he has a proper name. They just call him 5. We got Luther, who was like, he was an astronaut. Now he's a strong man. He got super strength. We got Allison, who's the rumor. Basically, when you play Simon Says, it's like Simon Says do this, she like that. But instead of her, it's like I heard a rumor, and then whatever she says, you gonna do it. It's like you're compelled to do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Until she finishes it. And we got Klaus. I don't know his number. But the seance, basically he can communicate with the dead and compel them, like to make them appear and be around, or he can see them. And then we got Diego, who can like manipulate stuff, anything he throws, I guess, or anything he comes into contact with, he can manipulate. So you could say like Gambit, like when he be throwing the cards and stuff, he's basically like that, and he could be curving it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's him. We got Vanya, who number 7, who they made her seem like she had no powers, but it turns out she like one of the strongest of them all. Like she could blow things up. I don't even know what. They're all broken. Her and 5 are broken. Their power scaling is broken. It makes no sense. But I mentioned everybody: Diego, Klaus, 5, Luther, Allison, Vanya. Yeah, and then Ben passed away. So that's the 7. We got the Pops, who's like some like dude who's like, I got money, so I want to see. And then we're gonna go on missions. The commission's bad, so I'm gonna train y'all. And then he called them the Umbrella Academy. There's a talking chimp. They have a mom who I think died and she became a robot. Various things happen, but basically they're all together. 5 went into time, got lost in time. He came back to a specific time to save the world, and he's back in a 13-year-old body, I guess, a child body. Anyways, he's chilling, and then they try to save the world because it's doomsday, and somehow there's gonna be an apocalypse, so he tries to fix it. Basically, he can't fix it in time, so he time warps them back to a different time so they could try over again. So as they do this, this is how season 2 starts. Give you a little brief thing. Season 2 basically starts, they're all there. So basically, I guess everybody else gets there before him. I guess like a year or 2 before. And then 5 finally shows up and he's like, where the hell are these people? So he goes on the hunt looking for these people. Diego's in a madhouse because they think he's crazy. Allison has a husband and stuff. We're gonna talk about more of them later on, but she has a husband and stuff, and she's in like the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying? Which is funny they came up to this like racism thing with her side of the story, because it's like, what's going on? Now it's like, wow. Anyways, Luther is like a strong man. Oh, not a strong man. He is, but like he's in like the fight clubs and he's beating up people, and he has super strength, so it is what it is. He's gonna beat everybody up. Sorry. Klaus became like a spiritual guru, a cult leader. You know what I'm saying? And he's been sober. You know what I'm saying? And somehow people follow him, and he's been leading this like cult of people. And yeah. Yo, I only mentioned 4. Cause yeah. Again, Ben has passed away, but he's always with Klaus. And he's trying to like possess Klaus. I guess that's his storyline. He's trying to possess Klaus, I guess. Yeah, so I said Luther, I said Diego, I said Allison. Vanya lives on a farm now. And Vanya lives on a farm taking care of people. She forgot her memories from, I guess, season 1, so now she's living on a farm. just getting used to stuff. And yeah, I think I mentioned all of them: Luther, Diego, Five, Fanya, Allison, and Klaus. Yeah, all of them, and Ben, I guess. Yeah. So they're in this time and they're trying to get back to their time so they could stop the apocalypse. Now, as this, Five gets back, he has to try to go find everybody. And then we get some people that are content with their lives. Like, Luther's cool, he doesn't want to go back, he just wants to stay here. And he's, like, affected because of this time stuff. But then there's, like, a realization that, Five had to deal with this for many years. He was literally, I don't want to spoil season 1 because it kind of breaks down his thing a little bit more. But, like, yeah, he had to deal with this. And then Luther's like, yo, do you know, like, I've been here for a year, I've been lost, I had no family, I didn't know where you guys were. And I was like, that's basically what happened to Five. He didn't know what happened to everybody, and he was just confused. So he had to deal with that to the point he actually got back to the right moment, and he's like a kid. He doesn't even have his old body he used to have, so that's even ridiculous. So we're there. Five is trying to round everybody up, and then everybody has their own storyline. So basically, it'll be like Five, he's in the what is gonna be the Umbrella Academy. He convinces the dude like, yo, let me in or whatever. Anyways, he finds Diego. Diego breaks out of the asylum, I guess, with a girl named Layla. Brings her back. We're gonna talk about her soon. Brings her back, and then they chilling. They trying to find their dad so they can figure out everything. He finds Luther fighting or whatever, so then they start talking. They're good. I think Luther finds Vanya on the farm first, and then a Five does. So then that happens. Klaus and Allison find each other because, hey, America didn't like black people like that, so they would just arrest them for no reason. So that happened, and they was in jail together. They bonded. They had a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then this happens, right? So somehow they chilling. They all good. They've been here for a year, maybe 2 years more. Everybody has their separate lives. But as soon as Five gets here, it's like, yo, cause we're here now. We got like 10 days, and the apocalypse gonna happen again. We all gonna die. So then it's like he's trying to get the band back together to make them help. But then there's also side stories. Like Klaus is like a cult leader, and he finds his love from season 1, who was called David, and he doesn't want him to go to the army because in the future he dies. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to make sure he doesn't go, and so he could be with him, so he loves him or whatever. We have Allison, who likes her new husband because she got married. In season 1 she had a kid who she's trying to get back to, but now she's married. Anyways, she likes him. She's trying to stay with him, make sure he's good. She probably doesn't want to leave. And then also she has a thing with Luther, which is so confused because I don't think they're biologically like the same, but at the same time, like, they have a thing. It's just like, okay. But anyways, that happens. That I don't understand. That happens. Who else? Yeah, Ben, who's always with Klaus. He misses the family, wants to talk to everybody again. And then, since Klaus's power is like to talk to the dead and like you could communicate with them, Ben's just been hanging with him ever since. Yeah. Diego starts to get feelings for Lila. That happens. Five and his very determined to get everybody back home. And yeah, to be honest, everybody just had their own. Oh yeah, Vanya on the farm. She starts to like I hate when I forget other characters. So she likes a woman called Sissy, and then I forgot the father's name of the child. But they have a child, and he's neglectful. He's always outside. He doesn't pay attention to them. So as this happens, the mom and her start developing feelings, and they become an item. So that's also another thing. So with Five trying to go back to their time, everybody's like, oh no, but I gotta stay here. I have a husband now. Oh, I gotta stay here. I got potential girlfriend. Oh, I got yeah. So everybody has their own thing. Like Allison has her own has a new husband now. Even though she has a kid back in the season 1 or original timeline, she's like, yeah, I got a husband. I ain't trying to leave. Luther got his fighting stuff, trying to deal with. Vanya has like a potentially new relationship she's trying to deal with. Klaus is trying to make sure his boyfriend his boyfriend's past self doesn't go into the army and pass away. Ben is trying to deal with the fact like he's sad that he can't talk to a lot of his family members and he misses his like communicating with them. And yeah, just various, oh, Diego and how he likes Layla and stuff. Various storylines happening. Five's main storyline or point is like, yo, we gotta get back, stop the apocalypse. We gotta do this thing, or else the world's just gonna end, and we're just gonna keep doing this. So as that stuff happens, everybody has their own individual storylines, and you doing this thing. And then with the lies, like you'll see, oh, Allison's husband doesn't believe her. How she got these powers? Who are these people? Thinks she's working for the CIA. Like there's various stuff that's happening, and Five's trying to do this. Eventually, though, with all the stuff that happens, there's like these three, like, what are they? Viking type people. Yeah, Viking type people, and they're like, yo, the commission sent them to go kill like the academy. So as this, then we meet now, we find out, oh, the handler is in this timeline, and the handler has a daughter called Layla who's with Diego. So we thinking, oh, Layla's just some random girl she fights. It's like, oh, you're part of the commission, which is like, I guess the evil organization. I don't want to break down season 1 too. Like it explains things. I'm not trying to break it down if you haven't watched it. But basically, what happened was when Five got stuck in time, he joined them so he could find a way back home. You know, so he had to do a lot of heinous things that he didn't like or agree with. So as this happens, you know, we find out, oh, this happened. So then the handler, which I don't know her actual name, the handler is trying to make her way up in the organization. So as all their other plans fail, she goes to Five like, yo, I can get y'all back into the time you want, but you just gotta kill all the other people in the board of directors so I could become the leader. And then I'll give you the briefcase and you can go back in time. It is what it is. Now Five is reluctant at first because he's not trying to do that, and he's trying to figure out a way to get back in time. But at the same time, he's like, yo, this might be our only way to leave. So reluctantly, he kills all these people. He doesn't like to go back to that life. He likes to be regular again. So he does that, and he tries to make everybody like, yo, we gotta convene at this time. But these like Viking dudes who they were like had issues with, and apparently the handler faked that, oh, Diego killed one of their siblings, but it wasn't him. She did it, but she planted a knife there to say it was him. So that happens, you know, and then they like come after each one of them. She tells them leave Five because I guess she still needs him. Stop there. So then they go. So as Five gets the briefcase, he does what she wants, and she only gives him 90 minutes. And he's like, yo, we need to convene. We getting out of here. Da 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 da. You know, everybody just on their own stuff. They being dumb and everything. You know, Klaus. Ben takes over Klaus, and he's like going to go profess his love to some chick in the cult. Allison's explaining to her husband like the twins come over to the house, and she has to rumor. Well, it's twins now because one of the brothers died. So she rumors one of them to kill her own brother. So that's another thing. Stuff be happening. Yeah, Lila kidnaps Diego, brings her to the mom like, yo, if you're gonna let me choose my own team and become head of security, because now she's the new head director, you know, I want Diego on my team because he's my boyfriend, da 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 da. So only Luther, Five, and Klaus show up. Everybody else is indisposed of. Vanya gets captured because, yeah, the husband finds out that Vanya and Sissy like each other, you know, and they smash. You know, I'll be upset too, smash my little wife, I'll be upset, you know what I'm saying? So he finds out, he's like, oh, hell no, this ain't going on in my household, you know what I'm saying? Gets Shorty locked up, you know what I'm saying? She tries to protect, they run away, she tries to protect Sissy and them. And then after doing that, she shows her powers, you know. And then as she's looking at Sissy, it's always in those love shows, it's like, Sissy, this is what I am. Don't be afraid. And then, you know what I'm saying, gun to the head, you know, she knocked out, she get captured. So then Five is just upset because he's like, yo, that was our only chance to escape. Da 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 da. Y'all wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? So then at this point, it was like, yo, Five had to like go look for himself because he got in the original timeline, he came here before he got lost, I guess. So he came here. Oh, the talk is so long. He came here. So that happens between young Five and older Five, and Luther. They're trying to make sure like everything good. That happens, and the other people, they trying to figure out all the other mess. They trying to save Vanya because Vanya's locked, and they gotta go save her, not knowing that later on also what happened. So I forgot Sissy Child. I forget their names. You know what I'm saying? He almost drowns. Vanya saves him, so she gives, I guess, some of her life force and her powers to him. So now he got some stuff. So that happens. So they chilling. Gooch. So they chilling gooch. So as it's affecting Vanya, it also affects him. So as this happening, so then they realize, Diego realizes, Vanya's the one that starts the apocalypse. She blows up this stuff up. As he's in the commission working with Lila and stuff, it's like, oh, I gotta go save the world. So he goes back to Allison and Klaus, who's chilling, and is like, let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? So they're on their way to go save Vanya. Luther and Five is dealing with older Five and trying to get his briefcase so they could go back in daytime and fix this stuff. And just stuff happens. So basically what happens was, it gets to the point, Vanya's about to blow up, I guess. So all of them are there, Allison tries, fails. Diego tries, fails. Klaus tries, he fails. So we forget, like, oh, Ben is there. So Ben has to go save the world, sacrifices himself. You know what I'm saying? So they could all be saved. And it turns out, he could have always left. It wasn't Klaus's fault. He was just scared because he didn't know what was left for him to do. You know what I'm saying? So it got a touching moment. Like, even though they're always together and they always be fighting, it's like, I care for your ass, man. So it's crazy. We lost Ben. R.I.P. Ben. Saying, they should have just put his ass in the show properly and then he passed away. But whatever, I still like the character. Especially what happened at the end, which we get into. So basically what happened, Luther and them beat up older Five, they try to do some stuff that doesn't work out. And then save Vanya. Diego's pressed on, like, the father trying to, like, annihilate them. Or whatever, like, kill the person. He doesn't do that. He finds their, like, mom. And he's like, This is the dude you laying with. He does some dumb stuff. I think that happened beforehand, but I'm rambling at this point. That happens, that happens, whatever. So then it gets to the point, at the end, they all become, like, terrorists, and they're all looking for them. Stuff happens, they go back to the farm, because at first they're like, now we gotta try to figure out how to leave. We got, like, a day. But they're like, man, whatever, man. Vanya, let's go save you and your kin, now your girlfriend. So basically what happened was, cause Vanya was tripping out before, the kid was also tripping out. So the father like, I'm gonna take him and get the help he deserves. Da 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 da. So the sister like, you ain't taking him nowhere, and she got the gun. She about to shoot his ass. But now somehow everything stops. He comes back to normal when Vanya starts freaking out. Then the dude wrestles the gun away from Sissy, tries to shoot her. Misses her, it hits the kid because he got Vanya powers, it bounces off, and then boom, it kills him. So now he dead. Sissy looking like, what the hell did Vanya do to my child? So that happens. So Vanya pulls up trying to save him because he's freaking out still. Because I guess he killed his dad basically. He was an asshole, who really cared. Anyways, that happens. They go in, and as that happens, we finally find out, which made no sense because the whole time Layla, whatever her fucking name is. Lila Five fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm rambling, I'm forgetting. When they was fighting, it was like, how she disappearing like that? I was so confused. Turns out she was born on the same day as them, and she has the power to mimic all the abilities. So she like a copycat. So at this point, we're like, okay, that makes sense, because I was wondering. And then it turns out they went back on the deal, and the commission trying to kill all of them, and just Lila's alive. So they go and they find out, she can mimic everything they could do, so it's trouble, you know what I'm saying? But I still did good. As they're fighting, everybody's having trouble. Five and her are going at it, stuff like that, to the point where they realize, you one of us. They just didn't find you. She found you first. And then she's thinking, Five killed my parents, so that was her thing. She was basically Abby and Last of Us, like, you killed my parents, I'm gonna kill you. But it's basically, your mother gave the order to do that. I'm just a soldier for hire. She puts that together. Then, Handler comes in, her mom comes in. sprays everybody, sprays everybody down. She's like, it was true. You did do that. Huh? Yeah, I gave the order. I wanted you. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a powerful kid. And she tries to attack her. Boom, stabbed. And then after she's there, she's about to kill 5. Then the last, like, Viking dude comes in, kills her. Then is about to kill 5. And then 5 remembers, like, they basically had a talk with their father before he's actually their father. Like, yo, you shouldn't try just to jump to certain centuries. Try seconds first. So he learns he can rewind in seconds. So he rewound time, which him and Vanya's powers are broken. Bro. Anyways, he's literally bleeding out in this. I'm saying, what? Anyways, that happens. He rewinds to the point so he knows when the handler's coming in, grabs her gun, and he's cool. So then, yeah, he finds out whatever. A Norwegian guy comes in, kills her. Layla runs away with the briefcase, and then it's like, oh, you know what? I killed her. You know, she's the one that y'all didn't do it. She killed my brother. You, Alice, might have made me forced to kill my brother, but I was coming after you because I thought y'all did it, so it was what it was. It's like, enough, peace. You know what I'm saying? And then, 5 like peace. So then that happens, everything Gucci. And then there's the commissions under new management. And then after 5 asks for a favor, yo, we trying to get back to the time. He's like, yo, hey, pick up a briefcase, go back to your time. So then it is what it is, you know, story done. They save the kid. Sissy and the kid run away, but the kid can levitate stuff, so he's still got powers. So I'm just confused. Like, she can bring people back to life. Like, they're so overpowered. Alice and Loki is too. Like, what? Anyways, that happens. Everybody gets ready to go, prepared to go to leave the time and get back to 2019. They get back to 2019. We thinking, oh, it's Gucci. Everything's like, no. The father's like, I knew you'd come back. So I'm like, okay, the father's still alive. Fair enough. Y'all changed some stuff. He's still alive. Everything good. All you see, Ben, instead of the Umbrella Academy it's called something else, I forgot, like the Sagittarius Academy, whatever it's called, and there's like some other people up there. So I'm like, oh, I guess that's the new squad. Then Ben come down like, yo, who's these people? And then Ben's still alive, so it's like, and they're like, damn, what did they mess up in the timeline? That's basically season 2. Now, good season. If you didn't watch season 1, watch season 1, watch season. Don't just jump into season 2 because you'll be like, what? I just find it dumb that there's like 43 of these kids born these days. Some have passed away, and this dude found 7, and apparently there was another one that was there. And it's just like, bro, so it's like, yo, we just gonna find another one like later on. Like, yeah, just stick to like, yo, 7 survived. Don't be like, yeah, another one survived too. Like, no, just make it like, bro, this much survived. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that happened. It was a good season. I enjoyed it. I liked how they gave him more to 5 and they analyzed his past. I appreciated that. I liked how they gave more time to Diego. I hated how like they built up in season 1 the Allison and Luther like relationship, and I was like, yeah, she got a new dude now, so like we'll figure that out when we get back to the past. And it's like, she's married. She ain't never mentioned her kid in the original timeline once. But until it's like, yo, we could go back so I get a chance to see my daughter again. I was like, bro, what? Alright, man. Anyways, that happened. I like how like they redeemed Vanya. It was good. Klaus was Klaus. It was enjoyable as ever. I like the screen time they gave the Ben. This is the only thing that pissed me off. If you give him that screen time, like, yo, he was a real. And then after season 3, it's like, oh, he didn't die. It's like, bro, then why did you make him pass away in the first 2 seasons? We could have got to know him. It would have been fine, but whatever. And yeah, I didn't really care for the dad. I think there was one point a person took off their feet. They were like an alien. Bro, I was like, what? Like, bro, it's just stuff was happening. But I did enjoy the season. Season 3 come on, I'm gonna watch, you know. Hey, it's a good show. If you're bored, watch it. If you like superhero things, watch it. But it's a good show. It's a very good show. Some of them are overpowered. Like 5 at this point, I'm just like, bruh, how are you not number 1? Like, maybe because the dad found Luther first, but I'm like, nah, 5 is not. Bro, what? My God. him, Vanya, and Allison just that's it. That's the squad. And then like I guess Diego doesn't just manipulate knives now. He could stop bullets that are not even his because they're like anything he uses. So I was like, okay, so he has to use it. So he's like Gambit with it. Not he stopped it and he moved it that way. So I was like, oh okay. Projectiles in general. If he could be Magneto. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's it. It was a good season. I enjoyed the show. You know, there's some funny moments. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good show. I would recommend it, especially if you like superhero stuff. Yeah, but I'm just doing this little like talking stuff. You know, I just give my raw thoughts and stuff. I ain't the most like, oh, the setting was good, like the camera. I ain't that dude. Okay, I just come out talk my raw stuff. I give you a little conversation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I basically recap this stuff pretty much. Anyways, yeah, but it was a good show. I wouldn't say nitpicks. But like, yeah, just like, bro, if Seven survived, Seven survived. Don't be like, yeah, well, you know, she found the kid, so technically there's 8 of y'all, so she's your sister now, and she's alive. It's like, bro, just make it 7. Stop it. Don't like. It's just a trope at this point. So, like, out of the 43, if she can mimic, I'm like, okay, there gotta be a next kid with a fire power that they survived. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just if this much survived, this much survived. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like that they gave Diego like a little love interest. It was cool. I actually liked them together. It was cool. I like that, you know. And I like that we delved into 5. Everybody's like, yo, I was stuck here for a year. I had to meet the best of it. And it's like, bro, do y'all not understand like what 5 has went through? And not being with all of y'all and him just being there. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. You know what I'm saying? I even like dude who they were staying at his house. I think his name was Cletus or whatever. He was cool as hell. I liked him. He was cool. I'm saying he was a good character. They killed him off. I was like, man, bro was cool. I liked Allison's new husband Ray. He was good. I liked him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because my skin color, but still he was cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like it was a good season. I can't wait for season 3. I don't know how the hell they gonna film this stuff. Yeah. Speaking of which, like side note, I just gotta say this. Riverdale gotta end. Enough is enough. Enough. I'm not saying the show is bad, but at this point with some of the storylines we're getting, it's like, bro, just go to college. I'm tired. But anyways, I'm out this thing. Thank you for rocking with me, listening to whatever the hell I had to say. It was what it was. This video gonna be long as hell. I apologize. If you make it to the end, thank you. If you got 10 minutes, thank you. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm out this thing. You know, I'm just trying out a new video thing. I watched the season. I thought it was cool, so I'm not gonna talk about it. I need stuff to talk about. But anyways, rock with the kid. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff, all the description, all the information and stuff. I'm out this thing. Shalom, Zoom, peace, y'all. Ice.